He was a good amateur. He's had a tough professional road, but he's always maintained that he's good enough to be a British champion and to fight at this level. A slight look of desperation already from Kevin Anderson. It's another round for McIntyre.
Come on, take your time now. Right, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Right, come on, you give me too much room.
To stand off for this guy.
Listen, you give me too much room. Why are you giving me too much room? Step in and catch it. You're going to fight to get this cycle back. He's just standing off range and catching you. When you come in, come on.
On your toes, come on.
Use your jab more, Kevin. Use your jab more. You're not using your jab, are you? Let me see you use your jab more. Fake with your jab, innit? Come on, how much do you want it?
That doesn't sound as confident a team as it was pre-fight.
No, they're starting to panic a little bit, and with good reason. McIntyre is getting the room to get his punches off, and Anderson not closing down the distance like he should.
Round number 6, the 162nd for Kevin McIntyre, the 150th for Kevin Anderson. In their careers, they've both given a great deal of themselves, and it's Kevin McIntyre now who's grabbed this fight. He's in the ascendancy after a brightish start from Anderson. The man from Kirkcaldy in Fife is struggling.
A little better from Anderson, just starting to liven up there.
Legs just went a bit, though, of Kevin Anderson as he comes back with the right hand. It's these countering punches from McIntyre as Anderson comes in.
Yeah, the straight punches work well, but he also has a good left hook, McIntyre, which gets through. Nice shot there. He turned the right hand into an uppercut, and then the left hand, McIntyre.
I also think, Glenn, this time the hand speed of McIntyre is giving Anderson problems.
Well, he may have employed a hypnotist, McIntyre, but he seems to be learning the ropes himself because he's hypnotizing Anderson a little bit.
Of course, we don't know how the three judges are seeing things. Some of these rounds have been close, but the feeling is that McIntyre is starting to pull away. He'll keep trying, though, Anderson. He's one of those type of fighters. Head down, bullish, in he goes.
Yeah, last time it was all one pace, and it's starting to get a little bit like that this time from Kevin Anderson. He needs a lift, he needs to start throwing some shots.
Jab going now for McIntyre. Good defense too. I mean, his career was going absolutely nowhere, McIntyre. He said he was going to retire, go into coaching. Well, thankfully for us, he hasn't. He's still fighting, and it's a pleasure to see.
Yeah, he's getting the time and the room to get these single shots on. Just as Anderson comes in, Anderson needs to get close to him that much quicker, close down the distance.
Has not stopped looking intently at Anderson all the way through. McIntyre, not distracted at all. He's got a job to do, and at the moment he's defending his title admirably.
Well, Anderson's trying to go to the body. He is managing to make McIntyre work a little bit, but McIntyre picking up the rounds.
A great night for Scottish boxing. Plenty ahead on Friday Fight Night. Watch out for Paul Appleby, one of the best prospects anywhere in Britain, up against Ferenc Szabo. Jamie Coyle, excellent amateur from Scotland. He fights Ty Williams, closing in on the British title shot. And Stevie Maguire, who's very aggressive and come forward It's a good time for Scottish boxing, and it's a good time at the moment for Kevin McIntyre.
Yeah, getting the shots off the better. Starting to pull ahead a little bit, McIntyre. Just all a bit predictable from Kevin Anderson.
Seconds out, round 7.
Punches landed, well to the head. McIntyre, nearly 50. Tommy Gilmore, the promoter of Kevin Anderson, was having a word with the corner in between. He was putting 2 fingers up, so he obviously thinks he's 2 down, I would guess. Maybe more. Yeah. That's how you've got it.
I've got him a couple of points behind. And, you know, looking comfortable, Kevin McIntyre. That was better then from Anderson. Started to try and force himself forward. Maybe the words of Tommy Gilmore are gonna push him a little bit.
Must close the range. They know that he can come from behind. Young Muttley will certainly remember that. Right from Anderson. McIntyre, nothing fancy, just steady and controlled boxing. Barry Hughes was absolutely convinced that he'd do Kevin Anderson all over again. It would be repeat. He just has his number.
Well, he's doing better in this round. Kevin Anderson starting to get through with more punches.
Yeah, it's a good response from Anderson here. Fighting for his kid Sonny and new daughter Ava, etched on his trunks. Whacking in a left to the body, but good defense from McIntyre, who's got the technical ability, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got good skills, but he's not coming back as well in this round.
Clumsy there from Anderson. That welt just under the left eye, getting a bit worse for McIntyre. It's an improvement here from the challenger Anderson, and he needed it.
Well, he started to use the jab, which was non-existent in the early rounds, and then that gets him closer in. That cuts down the distance between the two of them.
And that shows he listens to advice. Close to Bob Shannon, who was calling for that jab.
Well, that's what your corner are there for. You got to listen to what they say.
And they've got to be able to turn things if it's not going right.
Most definitely, you've got to be able to adapt in there. Only one shot got through there from McIntyre.
Yeah, less from Kevin McIntyre in the 7th.
Yeah, he's managed to lift himself a little bit, Anderson. He needed to.
Yeah, perfect time to do it in the 7th as well. Just have the sense that McIntyre might start walking away with it. But he's turned it just ever so slightly in the 7th. Fantastic list of past champions who held this title. Ted Kid Lewis, something. Best pound-for-pound boxer produced by Britain. Wonderful. In the 60s, Brian Curvis dominated the domestic scene. 73 to 75, John H. Tracy, of course, went on to world honours against Jose Napoles. Kirkland Lang, the enigma, 79 and 91. Fantastic, so talented. The big punching Welshman, Colin Jones, from 80 to 82. So unlucky not to win a world title. Lloyd Hannigan did. Stunned boxing against Don Curry. And then a man who's fought here in the Kelvin Hall enough times, Gary Jacobs, from 92 to 93. Kevin Anderson had this title. He still wants it back. Can he get it, Glenn?
Well, remember, he's only 24. Surely his best days are not behind him. If he loses here, you got to wonder where he's going to go. So it's really everything on the line for Kevin Anderson.
When he lost to Ali Numbembe in February of last year, he came back with a terrific win over Eamon McGee. And the first man to floor the Irishman, beat him on points. So they do that again here. Elected to come back straight in with McIntyre, which is brave.
Yeah, I think he's always been a pretty brave fighter. He wants to learn, he wants to get better. And I think, you know, it was the natural fight for him. He thought he wasn't on form this last time. This time he thinks he is.
Good right from McIntyre.
Yeah, it's McIntyre's turn to pick it up in this round.
It's been smoother, McIntyre, using his punches well. Not immense amount of work rate, but accurate.
Diving in a little bit there, Anderson.
It's the 8th round when his previous British welterweight title ended to David Barnes. Barnes, of course, been sparring with Anderson, stablemate of him. He's got his own British clash coming up with Ted Bammy on Sky in a few weeks' time. That'll be fascinating. What Barnes is thinking about his pal Anderson in there. Do you think they'll be happy or not? Not really.
No, not really. I think they'd like it to be going a bit smoother than it is. He's still getting caught with shots. Still hasn't made the breakthrough that they'd have hoped for.
These little rights and left hands too from McIntyre. Just creeping through. It's only ever been the distance, the full 12 rounds once, and that was last time, and that would have given McIntyre confidence. He's pacing himself well here.
Nice little combination inside there, 2 to the body, and then a right to the head.
I think Glenn Anderson needed 2 really good rounds in a row. He hasn't had them.
No, he hasn't been allowed to build on it, has he? McIntyre is the champion. He's obviously getting a lot of confidence from the win over Anderson last time.
Fully prepared, he's had plenty of time off the post shifts. Not delivering the letters, but he is delivering another excellent performance here, Kevin McIntyre. At the moment, it's repeat.
Stop going outside the ring, let's get a focus here. Concentrate on what we're doing. 3 quarters away through the job, all right? And we're working, it's working. We're up, all right? All right? So let's getting desperate being here. We've worked on it, we know what's coming. We know the right hands are coming for distance. We know they've got to double up. We know the left hand's going to the body. Can't fight them. Catch them in the elbows, all right? Got to start them. Still let them getting started. Put it fast as you can. Bring them downstairs as well. We're starting to sag. Look at the start to sag. I think we're here. We know what we've done in the stairs. Know what we've done.
They're absolutely right. They've done their homework, haven't they? And they've taken the job over 12 rounds, and it's going just fine for McIntyre.
Yeah, and there's been no surprises from Anderson. He hasn't managed to pick it up that much. He needs a really big round. He needs to take the play away from McIntyre.
He's catching with the body shots.
Seconds out.
Total more for McIntyre, who must be forging the lead. Whatever happens, it's certainly not going to be as wide as last time, where the scores were 120, 107, 119, 108, and 118, 110. Won't be that wide, you wouldn't have thought, unless McIntyre really pulls away now. 1 or 2 of those early rounds difficult to score.
Yeah. Nobody's really stood out as a big winner so far in these rounds. They're pretty close. Both have had successes. Just some of the cleaner work has come from McIntyre.
Yeah, but it's not as one-sided, and it's certainly not the dreadful performance that Kevin Anderson had last time. Probably down to that bad start.
Yeah, I think he never recovered from that. It was a horrific start, wasn't it? But he managed to get through it. This time he's got to do a bit more. He needs a win here, Anderson.
McIntyre showing he's listening to the corner. That body shot was good.
You know, McIntyre's the older man, but you know, he looks the fresher of legs, doesn't he? You know, skips around the ring, his movement's good.
He looks relaxed. McIntyre. Tommy Gilmore up on his feet again. McIntyre now on the front foot. Is Anderson ragged? Never really getting a steady foothold in this. There have been flashes, there have been bursts, but how effective have they been?
Two good right hands from Anderson. Still keeps coming forward, still trying to find a way in.
That's a good right hand there. This is better again from Anderson. Needs to take these rounds.
Yeah, but he's managed to make McIntyre miss and get his own punches on, especially with the right in this round. This is better.
Yep, cranking up the heat. Kevin Anderson. McIntyre missing. 3 shots there. He's dug deep, Anderson. He might have just forced out another round here.
Well, it's hard work for Anderson to get them, but he's done the better work in this round.
He's not grabbing the title back, by no means, Kevin Anderson, but he's got himself back into it in that round.
Listen, you got him with 2 beautiful right hands, and then you slowed up. You caught him.
Every time he throws a right hand, listen to me, every time he throws a right hand, you throw a right hand straight through the middle. Right?
Cannot miss him with that right,
you throw a right.
You couldn't miss it in the right hand. When he goes on his back foot, keep him on his back foot. Come on. Come on.
Right hands were good. They want more of them.
Yeah. Just change the fight around a little bit with those right hands. But he needs the left hooks to follow that. He needs to put barrages of punches together. You know, that's the only way he's going to get his title back.
Tommy Gilmore just came round. He says Anderson on his card is a round up. The feeling at ringside is that McIntyre is about 2 up.
Seconds out, round 10.
You kept me second in these fights.
It's closer though, and it might just come down to these last 3, the stretch, the championship rounds. The drive and ambition.
Well, so far there's never been a point when anyone's really dominated. So it's still there for either one of them.
And it shows we could get different scorecards from the judges come the end of this.
Yeah, well, some of the rounds have been very close. A matter of interpretation. Both have had their successes.
Good work from the pair there in the opening 40 seconds of the 10th.
Well, it's going to get down to who wants this one more. A lot closer than the last time.
Still light on his feet, McIntyre. Got to keep working. There's the right hand again of Anderson, who hasn't got as many fans here in the Kelvin Hall, but those he has are getting on their feet, trying to rally him. Back comes McIntyre.
McIntyre has to keep throwing them shots back. He needs to give himself a little bit of room, get some combinations of himself. Now he's the champion in there.
But then Anderson surely has got to rip the title away. Close around the 10th so far. Every second is now crucial, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Time is running out. The rounds are going by. Somebody needs to really lift themselves. You got to ask yourself, how much do you want the title? What does it mean to you? And then you've got to go out and do it.
Good jab from Anderson, but then caught again, coming in. He's proved it against young Matley. He proved it against Francis Jones when he went for a wobbly spell in that one. Got the 12th round stoppage.
McIntyre's not doing as much, is he, in these rounds? He's looking for the odd single shot where he was getting combinations off.
A totally agree with you, Glenn, but I think he's doing a little bit more here in this one. It's close, though, the 10th.
That was better from McIntyre on the counter.
Winding up there, Anderson. Good finish to this from McIntyre. Again, can Anderson get 2-3 rounds in a row? That might be the problem.
Nice little spell then from Anderson. Just been on the front foot more for me in that round. Might have just nicked it.
Really is fascinating, isn't it? And still to come, Paul Appleby, unbeaten in 10 with 7 knockouts, closing in a British title shot up against the Hungarian, the tough one, Ferit Sava. Jamie Coyle against Ty Williams. Plenty of action ahead. Stevie Maguire and Jamie Ambler, the tricky Welshman. You thought Anderson, I thought McIntyre. It's one of those.
Yeah, neither one has really dominated any particular round. You know, they've had their successes, but it's never been one-sided. I thought he was a little busier, Anderson. He came at the end, McIntyre, with a few nice counters, but I think just left it a little bit late.
Seconds out.
Dead level on Glenn's unofficial card with 6 minutes to go. And around ringside it is split. Some people think McIntyre by 1, some by 2. And I think Tommy Gilmore probably thinks Anderson by 2 or 3 now.
Yeah.
Who's got more energy left and more precision? It's about punch scoring as well, what these 3 judges are looking for.
Yeah, you've got to be busy and you've got to be accurate. But I think this has been a very close fight throughout. They both give each other plenty of respect, haven't they?
And deservedly so. They go back a long way. There's no bitter feud or anything. They're just honest professionals earning their living and showing what these Lonsdale belts mean to them, the fighters. I think whatever happens, we could have a third. Neither of their careers is over after this.
No, I don't think so. This has been an intriguing fight. Both had successes, but nobody has dominated.
Less from McIntyre, though. Certainly in terms of work rate. Anderson maybe just trying to force it out, get his shots off. Might be catching the eye of these judges.
A messy round. They're obviously both trying to pick the pace up, and they're a bit tired to do that.
Right hand from McIntyre. It's the classy work. It's the guts and determination of Anderson. He does want this title back.
Well, they're both trying hard in this, the 11th round, and they're both just falling in and wrestling inside. Neither one's landing with clean punches. Finally, McIntyre gets through with one, then a jab from Anderson.
Yeah, both connecting there, landing cleanly. Another close round.
Well, I think this one's the closest I've seen so far, because neither one's got through with good shots. Nothing clean at all.
Mark Green, John Keane, Victor Lachlan, what are they seeing? This could be a split, this could be a draw, this could be all to McIntyre. At the moment, we do not know.
You've got to punch out, let's go. Let's go, Benny. Go, don't chill. Let's go. Have you?
Punches and bunches, kid. Punches and bunches. Come on.
It's the last round.
Sorry, all right, don't need to take a chance. Jab the long left hooks and away, on the toes, kid. Let's show how fit you are there.
Last round coming up.
All right, on the toes, you won this fight. Yes, yeah, that's what we're shaking, he's out of control. But let's still win this round. Win this round.
They both need a very big last round, and the statistics could not be much closer than that.
Almost 10 seconds.
Much closer than the first time. Crowd on their feet. It's been intriguing. Who has more? Could come down to the last round. On Glenn's card, you've got it even. It will do. I think McIntyre's a couple up.
Yeah, I think it's very close. And you look at the corners, I've got a level. When you saw both corners, they were both saying you need the last round. I think neither of them knows, neither of them feels that they've got it in the bag.
Many of these sessions down to interpretation, what you prefer. The smoother skills of McIntyre, the work rate, the heart and the will of Anderson.
Yeah, between the cleaner punching from McIntyre in the middle rounds. He tried hard early on, Anderson. And he's trying hard in the late stages, but he's not getting through with good, clean punches, and he needs to.
Yeah, frustrated there, Kevin Anderson. If he loses here, Anderson shouldn't be too down on himself. He's given it everything. He's proved he still has a place at British level, but McIntyre has boxed sensibly and solidly and has never looked in trouble, Glenn.
No, neither one of them have ever been in trouble. You know, it's been maybe the quicker, sharper punches of McIntyre and the dogged work of Anderson. But even in the last round, very hard to split them. That sort of fight.
And Anderson has been in 2 split decisions. He got the benefit of the doubt against Joshua O'Kine, but he lost to Ali Mbembe a minute to go. It's not been totally dramatic, but it has been highly watchable, and the crowd have loved it. Let's do it again.
Certainly. Well, we're not getting anybody clearly winning this last round, are we? The referee is having to pull them together and say tidy it up, because they're both tired. They're both just falling in.
Good work from McIntyre. Anderson short with his punches. The champion finishing, as maybe he has done in so many of these rounds, just that bit stronger.
Yeah, and that might just be all it takes. You remember, he is the champion. You know, has Anderson took this away from him? I'm not sure he has.
I think finally Glenn and I are in agreement in that Kevin McIntyre, we believe, will retain his British title.
Yeah.
A tight affair. Both will raise their arms. Kevin McIntyre takes the applause. Kevin Anderson probably believes he has got revenge. For me, McIntyre.
Yep, for me, I just think very slightly McIntyre as the champion. Tiny little bit in the last round. Little few cleaner shots. Couldn't have been closer for me.
Tommy Gilmore, who looks after Kevin Anderson, and who said to me before he would stop Kevin McIntyre. Not even close. 1 punch difference landed on the computer. It is down to the 3 judges and what they saw in a fight that was tight in so many of these sessions, Glenn.
Well, it was a better start this time from Kevin Anderson. He wasn't hurt early on, and he got himself into the fight, but it was the good boxing in the early stages, 3, 4, 5, when McIntyre got himself back in a little bit of control, but throughout the fight there was